What's going on, my good people? We back at it again. I know we was just here last night, but we back at it again because I have a special treat. We have the CEO of Blaze Hookah Lounge out in Roebuck. She graced us with her presence. I'm so glad that she's in town to be here with us. So we're gonna ask her a couple of questions and hopefully we get some good answers. And I told her it's nothing like that, we family over here. So I want to introduce to you to Lady J, uh, Miss Latoya Johnson. How you doing tonight?
I'm good, and you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Let me first off say I'm very, very proud of all your accomplishments.
Thank you.
I've been knowing you for a long time. It's been what, 20 something years now.
Yeah.
We can go back to the Montero
30.
sport. Yeah.
Almost 30 years.
You had a Montero sport. That was what it was. It was hot. When you had a Montero sport, you was doing your thing then. But so we're gonna go way back. So what side of town are you from?
West side.
Okay, what high school did you go to?
I went to Jackson Nolan and I went to Winona.
So Jackson Nolan, shout out to Jackson Nolan, shout out to Winona. Okay. We're gonna go up a little bit. So you're from the west side. I think when I met you, was you in Pratt?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, you was in Pratt, so you got that. So they know you out here in these streets, huh?
They think they do.
They think they do. Okay. okay.
No, I got love. It's love.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us not the latter, the beginning. Let's go to the beginning.
What's the beginning? Man, I think this is when I stopped applying for jobs because of that question right there.
Okay, what did you work at?
Huh?
What did you work at?
I was in banking.
Okay.
I did 20 years in finance and banking.
Okay.
Retired from that 3 years ago.
You retired?
Oh yeah, retired.
I didn't know that.
You
got it coming in all kind of ways. We ain't gonna talk about the lady. Just go ahead.
See, I mean, retirement is what you make out of it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not finna get nobody.
Because I know you was like in banking, then you was doing like mortgage part, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you retired.
Yeah, I got up one day and I said, like, this is gonna be the last it.
Okay.
When I did my math and said I've been in corporate banking for 20 years. The idea, the thought of it was kind of bittersweet, and I just made a decision that it was time for me to use this next quarter of my life to pursue me and give me what I've given corporate America.
So right after banking, what did you go into next?
I had already started preparing. I've been doing real estate. I've been in the real estate industry for 21 years. So I just pursued that on a full-time basis and opened up Blaze.
Did you face any hurdles right after your job? Like hurdles, like did anybody try to put any blocks in your way to discourage you to, not to do it?
Oh man, come on. Where there's an idea, I'm not one that really speak on my emotion to his emotion. I learned that long time ago.
So you move in silence.
Yeah, I tell, I speak to the people that I need to speak to about it. Once I got his support and said, okay, I mean, of course you got to get your spouse support when you say I'm going to quit my job, right?
Exactly.
So,
I ain't never had nobody tell me I can quit my job, but
So I did that, and man, it's it was just like okay, and believe it or not, I did it. It was you kind of like it could be a scary moment, but it was a moment that I don't regret. I did it. I pressed in and said that I'm at the end of the year.
How many children do you have?
I have 2 kids.
2 kids.
Yes.
So having 2 kids,
Mm-hmm.
you getting ready to quit your job. Was that scary?
First of all, my kids are grown, so um, I'm not. I could honestly say that they're out of the factoring stage of do I, as far as me staying or not, because like I said, they're of age, they're self sufficient, they take care of themselves. Um, so no, not in fact, it was an inspiration to them for them to see me do it
Mm-hmm.
because I have such a strong ministry about believing in yourself and gambling on yourself. And if you want to step out here on faith, if you give your vision, your organization, what you give a company, a fraction of a corporate company to stay on their payroll, you're gonna make it. So at some point I had to be the example that I always told them. Believe in yourself, we came up in a different era when our generation came up in high school and everything. He was about, run off and go to college, and we didn't have a financial plan, an idea. All we thought was to be something out here, you had to run out here and go to college. And what they say, such a high percentage of people that run off straight from high school, go to college without the right plan or vision or financial backing. They very few actually graduate, and then they come out in so much financial debt and troubles that they it's no even where to start. They don't even know where to start to get themselves together. So I myself, I did go to college. I do have a college degree.
That was gonna be my next question.
And guess what? Never used it.
What school did you go to?
Never used it. Just State.
Okay.
Never. I went to Just State and I went to UAB. I got a criminal justice degree. Has never applied for a job in the industry.
Hmm. So you could have been a police officer, a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could have went different ways with it. Okay, okay. So let me ask you this. You motivated your children, and I remember one time you was building a house,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, man, she building a house like it seemed like I used to call you sometime and be like, what you working on next?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
That's
that was like
what it is.
motivation for me, like, and when you say you was building a house, I know people bought houses and stuff like that. I knew a few companies that built houses, but for my friend to be building a house, I'm like, dang, that was powerful to me. So you built the house.
But you Dr. Moore, come on.
Yeah, I ain't nobody, I'm just a barber. But
nah, you Dr. Moore. You
but I gotta say this about college. Everybody's not meant to go to college, but some people are meant to go. You should learn a trade.
Exactly. Exactly.
And a trade is a different type of hustle.
Exactly.
And so I feel like you didn't go to college, but you took your street, your trade, you put it all to work, and that the building a house was the first step. Because did you build a house and sell it, or did you? It was something.
I know
that
I built it to live in it. I built it to live in it.
Okay.
And God saw room to introduce a husband to me, a man that wanted to marry my crazy self. And that right there, um, that's why I sold me a college.
You sold the house you built?
Yeah, I sold that.
I just saw a
I
fraction
built.
of it.
When I built the house, I thought, this is gonna be my cottage, as I called it.
It wasn't no cottage. That was
Yeah.
a college.
I got it, but
that was a college.
I'm just saying, I built it.
So you sold that.
I sold that.
And you bought another.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know how it is. I mean,
I know. I'm just a barber.
Shut up. No, you know how it go. I mean, I don't want to move in his, and he ain't gonna move in mine.
Yeah,
so
have it wife, have it life.
Well, I say happy spouse, happy house.
Okay.
Cause in order for him to want to make me happy, I have to make him happy.
Yeah. So then you start working on other projects.
Start working on
Don't
that.
tell them about the last one yet,
No.
but tell them about the projects in between.
Like I said, I mean the house game. I've been in it for some time. I love it. I love the ins, the outs, the surprises behind the walls, and the whole from beginning to end, all the way down to putting that buyer that thought that they could not purchase a home, all the way down to the closing of it all. So I was on the mortgage side, being a mortgage broker.
Mm-hmm.
I was on that side of the game, so I've just always had my hand in real estate, from mortgages to flipping them, and now gotten off into the rental side of it, and as you say, working on some more things that I haven't disclosed yet.
Man, I'm just glad I'm your friend.
And I'm happy to have you as a friend. You're a wonderful friend.
Yeah, I can say the same too. I thought about you and I was like, man, I said she will be wonderful to interview because I've been knowing you so long. First of all, second of all, you always been a go getter. You are. You probably more of a boss than some of these men around here, but
Oh
hey,
man, we don't do that.
hey, that's a whole nother story.
Don't do, yeah, I know,
But
right? No, not, yeah.
but at the end of the day, you very motivational to a lot of people, whether they say it or not.
Thank you.
They watch it.
Thank you.
I got another question.
Okay.
Your last project.
Mhm.
How did that come about?
Which one?
Oh wait. I'm talking about the.
I'm just
I'm talking about
asking which project is
I'm talking about the one I just saw on the east side. Like,
Blaze? We're working on Blaze too.
okay, so you got Blaze,
Yes,
you got the Hookah Lounge.
yes.
That was a project that like it just
Yeah.
popped out.
I know. It just
yeah. So what made you want to open up a Hookah Lounge?
because everybody that truly knows me knows I'm a hookah head. Okay. Ben one was introduced to the hookah game way before he came here. Um Everywhere I go, I'm looking for the dopest hookah lounge. I'm always meeting like people um, when I'm traveling that owns hookah spots, and just so I'm out. I've always wanted one. Okay, let's say that. I remember when it was finally a decision made to open one, I was able to go straight back to my pictures and my ideas on my computer that was dated back to 2016.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been something that was manifesting. It just never, it's just a matter of putting it on canvas. So like I said, when the green light came, when the support came, and do it, you know, it was like say less. I already got the plan right here. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I love it. And one thing you know about me, anything I love and I see revenue, I'm invest. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I
none of my barbershops. But
if I could cut, no, seriously, don't do that because we'll have a barbershop going in about 2 weeks.
So you did Blaze 1.
Yeah.
Now you're working on Blaze 2.
Blaze 2. Yes. And it's gonna be 6th Avenue, between Lakeview District and Avondale.
That's gonna be nice.
Yeah,
Because between Lakeview District and Avondale, it's like a lot of motion. Because you got the cigar shop.
Very diverse.
What's the cigar shop name? Because I forgot too. Anyway, shout out to them. Have you on my podcast, please. So you got the cigar shop. Then you got the Avondale area. Let's jump. Shout out to Desire. Me.
Yes. I love to see it.
So now you're working on Blaze 2. But that wasn't what I was talking about. I'm talking about your other third project.
Oh my God.
I was like, it's like, I was like,
oh, the preserve, yes.
I said, man,
she don't talk about preserve.
Can you just like adopt me? I'll be good. Ask my mama. I'll be good. You know. Golly.
The preserves, yes. The preserves is now leasing.
So,
For
so
those who have followed
y'all
me,
finna flip Eastlake and bring Eastlake back.
man, I'm loving it.
Wow.
I'm loving it. When I walked out the door about 2 weeks ago and stood there and looked to my right and seen that a building that has been vacant for years is now a major chain going to that building. It was like, oh, it was like the stars let me know I did something right going over there. I've already been following the revitalization plan of East Lake. For the people that ain't tapped into East Lake yet, if you ain't gonna get it now, it's gonna be just like what we saw Norwood, Woodland. I see in Avondale.
And Titusville.
Yes,
Yeah.
Titusville. All of that.
And soon Gate City. Trust me.
Yes, I've already heard about the Gate City project. You know, that's something that we can't speak on just yet.
Yeah, Southtown.
The Gate City project, but yeah, they got
I got a question.
But let's go back into this situation with you, because I'm seeing a lot of people talking about, the house that's for sale in Woodlawn. I think they asking $500,000-$600,000 for it, right?
That big,
it's a little small, cute little house. It's going viral. And it's in Woodlawn, so everybody's been sharing it and talking about, I wouldn't pay that for Woodlawn.
Somebody would.
Exactly. And what they fail to realize is the more a group of people say, I wouldn't pay that to stay there, the value goes up on that property for the people that can afford to pay that to live there. It's a reason. Well, I remember, and I was in mortgages when Avondale turned over. I remember somebody bringing me an appraisal, and we couldn't believe it. That there was a deal on the table, and they were asking $600,000 to live in Avondale. Everybody's, oh my God, Avondale. Same thing we saw with Norwood. Same thing we see in Woodlawn. But exactly, it got to go down. Once it gets crowded and it's sold, it trickles down the road, So, I'm loving what I'm seeing coming back to the Birmingham city limits. It's gonna be that day and time where we sit back and you remember back when our grandparents used to say, "Oh, this is where you stayed if you were well off. This was," and we was like, "What? Who stayed there?" Because we thought you had to stay over there with the money, but it's finna flip flop.
It's gonna flip back this way.
So you can sit back and get it while you can, or you can sit back and say you missed that bus.
A friend of mine owns Satin Touch Investment, and they're doing a lot of development, right? But I remember when his first house he had on Bush Boulevard, him and his wife, and everybody told him you can't get that for that. So shout out to Andre and Janetta because they got what they want on Bush Boulevard. Right.
Oh, I know you can.
And they went around the corner and redid another one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Guess what they told me?
What?
Oh, you can't get that in this neighborhood for that.
Yeah.
They got more than what they wanted. Now they redid another one somewhere, and then they redoing another one. And it's like, hey, we come in and bring your property value up.
I did one right off of Bush that somebody asked me why? Why? And oh my God, that's why. That's why right there.
Well, my question, what I was gonna ask was, yeah, do that.
Get a little water.
Yeah, get a little water, because this is gonna make you parched. My question was, How many do you have in the preserve? Just right quick.
How many units? 8.
8 units.
2 days on the market. We're day 2 on the market, and 3 is already pretty much finished.
My question is, the next one y'all get, can I get just one of them and let me rent it out?
Of course.
Next one. Thank you. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it right.
You said, can you get one as a tenant?
No.
No,
I just want I want them to be mine. Yeah, as an inheritance. Y'all gotta leave an inheritance for somebody. And just let me get that one. And I'm gonna rent that. They said, well, can I rent this whole? Let me make a phone call. Yeah, that's all I want. That's all. You got to be a blessing to somebody.
You got to be a blessing.
And if somebody else wants to do it for me, just one.
You got to be a blessing to somebody. You right about that.
Yeah, bless me. I'm gonna bless others.
Hey, you are already blessed.
So you got to preserve. So what's next?
Good question.
Okay.
Good question. What's next?
Well, my next question is, if you had to, because the reason I do this and the reason I like doing this is because
you like to make me think.
There is someone out there who's thinking about giving up. They in mortgages, they in a business, and they thinking about giving up right now. Right? They saying, I can't do this no more, and they want to walk off their job. And now you are an example of them of what happens when you know, if you have the means or if you can do it, or if you wasn't scared, you walk off your job and look at you now. If you had to tell any young person, any person that has a business that's thinking about giving up, any person that's thinking about giving up on life, and say, I just can't do it no more. If you had to give them some advice, what would you tell them?
Now I'm gonna go to my roots and tell them. First of all, you got to pray up that way. You got to wait on that confirmation. Prepare.
Well, we need you to speak a little louder.
Prepare.
Okay.
I cannot say that enough. Prepare. You got to prepare to be self-employed, like you prepare to go on a trip, like you prepare for the family reunion, like you prepare for your wedding day. Of course, you got to be just like you planning a party. You set a budget. You set that budget. You do what it takes to put that budget together. Because in the end of the day, business just don't fall in your lap just because you say the door is open. You know, there are some days that you wonder, what did I do? But you got to believe in yourself. You're gonna work harder for yourself than you did to sign the back of that check when you're trying to sign in front of that check. Because when you're signing the back of the check, all you got to do show up. Till they tell you not to show up no more.
Yeah.
Okay? When you sign in the front of that check, you got to show up when you ain't getting paid. Yeah. You got to work harder and make sure everybody else is taken care of before you take care of yourself. You got to put that overtime in. But if you give your own company what you giving a corporate company to help them grow and get them to the Fortune 5 and this is the best employer to work for and all that kind of stuff. If you give your company everything that you giving them to stay on their payroll, you're going to be all right. Believe in yourself. Gamble on you. Because if all else fails, you pick up your pen and go back to work, applying. They gonna be there with the lights out.
So take a chance on yourself.
Gamble on yourself. Gamble on yourself and give yourself your all. Don't be so quick to ready to say, "Oh, I opened today and we at the top." You know what I'm saying? Be realistic with yourself.
It's lonely at the top. It's lonely at the top. And as a barber, any barber will tell you, you got to be there when ain't nobody there.
You got to be there when ain't
If you plan on making some money in any business, you got to be there when ain't nobody there. I have a lot of people over the years, been cutting hair 36 years, have asked me, man, I want I want to open up a barber shop, man. What I need? And if you're not a barber, I tell them this: unless you plan on going to school and getting you a barber's license, not to discourage. Now, this doesn't happen for everybody, because some people can just own a shop and they do very well.
Right.
They can get barbers and do very well. But I'm talking about somebody who just got a bright idea and they said they want to open a barber shop. I tell them, I said, man, look, I would suggest that you take a few little classes if you can. That's man or woman, if you can, and get to know the barbering field. Because one thing barbers will do is hold you hostage.
Oh, yeah, because they want you to stay with them.
No. I'm saying barbers will hold the owner hostage if he don't know their business. And if he can't cut, they get mad and walk out. Or they'll try to do certain things like, man, I just leave, right?
Yeah, because they know you got these
so
bills,
if you as a business owner,
on you.
If you as a business owner don't know the business, you can't work your business. You just had a good idea, but you can't work the business, right? Oh, they'll hold you hostage. They'll steal from you. You know what I'm saying? So they'll do different little things to sabotage your business if you don't do what they tell you to, basically.
That's true.
So you got to know something about it and be willing to work your own business. One person that I have a great respect for. I have a great respect for a lot of people, but this one person in particular is Kashida. Because you'll see him bussing tables behind the bar. You'll see him bringing out food. You'll see him, he'll get back there and cook the food. I mean, he'll run the trucks. You know what I'm saying? And people like, man, you run your own business. And he'll be like, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. He ain't scared.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So and that's just one person that I know. I know so many people that have their own business. So that's, you know.
Listen, when they see that black truck pulling up, they know I'm jumping out working.
Yeah.
Put on these sneakers.
Yeah.
And I go get my material. I'm a buyer. You know, I'm gonna pitch in where I can get in with. First and foremost, no matter what the revenue is, I am still considered a small business. You know, with that being said, people want to jump out here and you got to know when to grow. Let me get it together. Let me get my words together. I have people asking me all the time, you hiring? Me hiring takes from me. If I'm gonna hire somebody to do something that I could be up doing, where my salary gonna come from?
Not saying that you won't hire nobody.
Not saying that I won't hire, because every business needs assistance and helping hands. But, you know, and I feel like, and I say all the time, Lord knows, I get tired, I get bombarded, and say, I need an assistant. But then that voice in my head say, well, let me sit down, because you get what you pay for, right? You get what you pay for. If you are not in a position to pay somebody $45,000, $50,000, you're not in a position to hire. Let's be honest. We're gonna give it to them, but they gonna take it.
Have you eaten that Creole Connection?
I haven't been there yet.
So I respect him too, because he has a trucking company and he also has a daycare. So he opened up. It was a good idea. He opened up Creole Connection, and you can see him all the time there, working, getting down, moving food, going and sit and talk to the people. Then I'll be right back. You know what I'm saying? I like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that's a ground for a successful business.
Yeah, you got to be hands on. If you think you turnkey ready and everybody finna do work but me because I'm the boss, get it 24 months.
And somebody said this last night. I had Dwayne Thompson on. He said something that made so much sense. You know, don't be so quick to do what everybody else is doing.
Oh, child. See, I said I stopped drinking, but I'm a toast to that.
Water.
Water. Yeah. Water. For the people that got to stay on don't be so quick to
Yeah.
do what everybody else doing.
Yeah.
Because you see what they want you to see.
Yeah.
You don't see
Behind the
the
Instagram.
behind the scenes when the cameras ain't rolling.
Behind the Facebook.
Behind right.
Yeah.
You don't see that part. You see what they want you to see. I mean, I get it. I see it. Everybody think everything is for everybody, and they have the mentality if they can do it, I can too. And that's not always
It's
the
not
case.
always the case. It's not.
That's not always the case by far. Lord knows that that house flipping game will flip you over if you don't know what you're doing.
Everybody want to flip out.
Everybody.
They want to go down and get the list.
Everybody want to go get the list. Everybody
want to go get the list.
Right. Everybody want to go get the list. Everybody say they can go buy a house on the tax sale for $250 and put $500 in it and sell it for $350,000.
Yeah.
I ain't seen it done yet, but they say it's being done.
I'm just glad
go buy
that
a house
I know
for
you, and I done put my bid in for my one little, just that one little. That thing just touched me in my spirit just then.
Hey, let the spirit move.
Yeah. And then you done told them on Facebook Live you gonna give me what?
Whatever.
You got.
I thought he was to my ring.
No, that ain't what you said.
I thought he was to see.
That ain't what you said.
I thought he was to my ring.
That ain't what you said.
Hey.
And we ain't signed no NDA.
Definitely did.
Yeah, so hey, and you know I got lawyers.
Hey, have your people call my people.
You know I got lawyers.
Yeah.
We gonna have some of them on. But you know what? I just want to tell you, that I'm very, very proud of you.
Thank you.
And I can't say it enough. I watch you over the years. Just blossom and grow. You one of the first ones I saw around here with the black truck.
Hey.
Yeah. I ain't gonna even say what kind of truck it is.
Yeah.
Step your game.
I've always liked them trucks.
Yeah, but you always pop out with something. You pop out with something. I said, dog. I need.
No, you say where you get that from, and you go over there and get that too.
No,
so
I
you
don't.
probably pull right on the other side. And
I'm
don't
trying
do
to see
that.
if you and your husband can put me on y'all credit. I can get my life together.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
See if y'all can add me to y'all credit. So when y'all credit go up, my credit go up.
You already up there. I'm trying to get you to come sign.
So, man, I can't go sign for nothing you try to go sign for.
Well.
So, but I'm glad that you all, that y'all locked in together and y'all making it happen. That's the main thing. So,
yeah.
If anybody out there, if you planning on quitting, this is an example of staying in the game, keeping it going. So,
it's a difference between quitting your job and quit working. I have not quit working.
Yep. Yes, yeah. Just because she quit her job.
Right.
I mean, I talk to a lot of people that retired.
Right.
And they like, I'm working more now than when I retired.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And when I say that proudly to say, I gave it the run. It was educational for me. I got out of it what I was supposed to get out of it. Everything you do, you're supposed to learn something. And you're supposed to take that to the next level. It was a stepping stone. I generated, the best business relationships with people. My job was business development. Mm-hmm. So why would you be out here helping businesses develop?
You can be developing your
motivate them. My goals, I had to bring in millions of dollars to even keep my job. Right? So I'm developing business. I had to meet $1 million goals, millions, dollar goals. And at some point you got to say, wait a minute.
Somebody's scared to leave. They figure I just gotta be here because I can't leave. I can't
But
quit.
how many companies will leave you?
They'll leave you tonight.
How many companies
lock
will
the doors
sell
up.
right from up under you and never even consulted with you?
Look how they used to do those meal workers and all that back in the day. They just lock the whole company down. And they get to work and they stand there like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
And to be honest, I mean, if you know, you know. I was with a company that sold without even letting us know. We found out on the news. We found out on the news.
Brushing your teeth.
But I mean, it was fine for me because I was, you know, I was looking for my nice way to put it in. Like,
I'm gonna put this on this
right.
on this resignation.
I'm not gonna put this.
Thank you all for what you have done. No, that ain't it.
I'm gonna be
I appreciate y'all. No.
That ain't it. Yeah.
Could go to
That's exactly.
Go back to your roots and say, you know what? I ain't never like none of y'all no way.
But that would have been true because man, I'm still your family. That's still your family with me.
Well, I had a couple of little small businesses, and every business I had, I honestly said, I stepped out on faith. Yeah. And that's the main thing. You got to step out on faith.
And believe in yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. Even when people don't believe in you.
Right.
You still got to
learn how to keep your mouth closed.
Yeah. See, I'm still working on that part. I can't lie. Yeah. But because, you know, when you're excited about something, you think everybody's going to be excited for you. They're not.
What you're looking for is to preset it.
Yeah.
See, I learned that. And that's what delayed so much. It was causing a delay because I would have this vision, this idea, and I was running across some of the wrong people. Mm-hmm. And as soon as they didn't validate my idea, it was a going out of business, immediately going out of business out of my head. Maybe. But guess what? You watch that very idea manifest in front of you, and you say, "You remember I told you about that?" Blah blah blah. Go.
I had help so many times.
So with that being said, what you end up doing? You got to learn. In order to grow, you got to learn from some of the mistakes you made. Let me start being quiet. Because if you think you're gonna be successful just off the people that you know in your head, off your Rolodex, those are the people gonna make. I'm not gonna be the people that make you successful. I had a clothing store
on 4th Avenue.
I remember.
Right there in the Sunshine.
I remember that.
I kept that clothing store for 4 years. Mm-hmm. Nobody I knew shopped there.
Wait a minute.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm saying, like, the people that I thought would have shopped with me did. I made some money, but it was people from other sides of town.
People that was in your vision. Yeah. When you created this store, the people that you thought about as you was hanging certain clothes, the people that you thought about when you went and got your business license and you ordered your inventory.
Hold up.
Yeah, when you did your inventory.
Watch this. We talking about a time we didn't have internet. Mm-hmm. We talking about a time when you had to drive to Atlanta and show your business license. Yeah. And then they'll let you in the store. Yeah. If you had no business like they wasn't dealing with you. Right. We talking about that time. Yeah. And I didn't know how to go over there and get it. And then one day a friend of mine, he said, "Man, let's go. I know where to go." And he really didn't, but we found it. Right? Mm-hmm. And when we found it, we bought all kind of little clothes, different stuff like that. And so I ended up putting clothes in there. Mm-hmm. But this is what really happened. I got the store. The first store I had was inside the Masonic Temple. Mm-hmm. A guy who had the store at first went back in there and stole all my clothes. I hadn't even took them out the bag. He had a key. Went in there. I didn't even know. I knew one of them. I know the other.
This was your landlord?
No. This was somebody who they was renting to, and they put him out. Mm-hmm. He went, and so they rented it to me. And I put my clothes in there. He went in there and stole all my clothes, everything I had.
I can't.
He stole about 4 bags.
Did you see any of your merchandise around his house?
I didn't see, but the other guy I knew. You know, he was older. He was older than me, much older than me. And he acted like he was mad that the guy stole. You knew him. He didn't try, but that's fine. So God told me, say, get that right there. That's the other one.
That's when you opened up the one downstairs.
Cues of pear. I opened up cues of pear. Well, one day I went in there and I ain't had no clothes. People blessed me with racks, and I put the wood on the wall where you can hang stuff. But people blessed me with racks and all that stuff. And so God told me get in the car. I got in the car, and He led me down Third Avenue. Just so how Men's Warehouse was having a tent sale. Remember Men's Warehouse? next to where Magic City, where the Palace is, they was having a tent sale. All the pants was on sale for $1.
So you buy
all the slacks was on sale for $1.
And
I bought 50 pair of slacks.
And bought
I took them back to my place. I said, I need some shirts. No lie. City Trends had just got in business. I went to City Trends and bought shirts for like $3. Right, $3 to $5. That was my but 3, 4, 5. And so I bought shirts to go with those.
Yeah.
And then I bought as many as I could. Then the rest of the slacks I had them folded up on the shelf. So I spent $3, $4, $5 on my whole outfit. I'm going to because that was back then. So dudes would come in there, and I had mannequins too. Folks donated me mannequins, and so dudes would come in there and be like, man, what you want for this? I said, man, just 45. They said, come on, man, can I give you 30? I said, man, you killing me, bro. I said, man, I'm gonna let you win this time, and I sold them.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? So, but what I saw, because I had it set up, I'm gonna tell you, I didn't know what I was doing, but I had it set up. I said, I would hire teenagers, and I paid them good. I said, when they come in, write their name down, and I would make up a ticket number. I can walk in that store and I can tell you anything that's been sold because the way I set it up. And so I said, what that certain like, well, I sold that for real. I had some teenagers wasn't no joke. You know, you can't hire a grown folks sometimes.
Yeah.
Listen, they sold them clothes, and I know
you got their commission.
Oh no, I paid them good from seriously, but they sold them clothes, but the names be at the bottom. I never saw nobody. I didn't know you had went in there, but I never saw nobody.
You took me to the store. We left.
Oh, that day. Yeah.
We left the barber shop. It was across the street from the barber shop.
I said,
you and my sister went over there.
Out of 100 people, maybe about 5%. I said
that's
and that's okay. That's fine.
It's definitely okay.
But I'm gonna tell you something that happened before we do the end. The police came on that. Because you remember when 50 Cent came out, he had them vests on. So I had some little decorative vests. And they thought I was selling bulletproof vests out of there. Because I had them in the window. But I knew the detective. She said, what them vests doing in that window there? I said, oh, them just, she's like, oh, we been in there. They went in there and looked at it. The narcotic agent, they thought I was selling vests.
Bulletproof vests.
Yeah, but they were bulletproof. They looked like, but they were the one 50 Cent used to wear when he do his shows. But he had a real bulletproof. Yeah, so.
Hey, shout out to the hustle, the grind.
Hey, shout out to having a skill, a hustle, and shout out to having a skill from Lawson State.
Right.
Yeah. See, I went to Lawson. You went.
I went where?
You went to.
What you gonna say?
Just like.
Yeah. What you gonna say?
I mean, maybe I should have went to Jeff State and UAB. Maybe.
Hey, you got it together.
Maybe my life would be different.
No, I don't say that.
But like I said, I'm proud of you. I want to give a shout out to Blaze Hookah Lounge for the interview, and they are one of our sponsors. Give a shout out to Green Acres Chicken downtown in Ensley, to Yo Chef, Surf and Turf, Finley Avenue. I forgot the address, but that's okay. Look up Yo Chef. And I want to give a shout out to Partners Tires Incorporated. So these are a few of our sponsors. And I want to give a shout out to you for just listening, last week we ran it up to 1,000 views. The last I checked, we was almost at 800 from yesterday for the interview. So we want to run this up, like and share. Please like and share. Tell your friends about it. Check out the interview. If you heard something you like, comment. But hey, shout out to you and all your endeavors.
And shout out to you.
And shout out to my one apartment that her and her husband gonna give me. Just that one apartment. That one little, 2032 or whatever the address gonna be. Shout out to her. And her husband.
Big shout out to my attorney who's going to review the tape to make
sure.
Because
I asked you and you said yes.
Okay.
And you can't go back on your word. Yes is a yes. And no means no.
My word is definitely good.
Okay. All right. Don't tell me that. All right. Come on, President. Tell me that. I'm from Cottageville.
Come on.
The words are bond. All right. Yeah. So I will be an apartment owner. I will be one single on soon. If you want to rent an apartment, just that one, let me know.
He got you.
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you.
And go and look up the Preserve.
The Preserve at East Lake. Check it out. Go to my page. It's on there.
Man, y'all gonna have East Lake bougie.
Preserve at East Lake. Definitely finna turn East Lake bougie.
Yeah.
We definitely finna.
And see, y'all gonna have so many complexes over there. Y'all can give me one. I don't need a complex. I just need one apartment.
One apartment.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I just need some coming in every month. That's all I want. Just give me that one.
This is Mr. Birmingham. In case y'all.
Listen, if I get that one.
I'm trying. What I got to do to lead the Magic City Classic Parade. Yeah. All this hard work I have did, I have never been invited
lead the Magic City Classic
Parade.
First of all,
and be in front of thousands of people.
You own so much stuff, you can make your own parade.
Okay, so why
you can have your own parade in East Lake once you do Preserve 3 and 4.
So I've never been? Who I need to call? Can you get me on? I know you can.
For the parade?
Yes.
That's nothing.
We
don't do parade no more.
That's nothing.
Yeah, we behind the scenes. We trying to do some other stuff.
Look at it. That's
we want to own the Preserve at East Lake.
That's nothing. Okay, can the Preserve of East Lake, what is it called? Well, when you're like the first person that's in the parade that escort the Ron, you come out before Ron.
Yeah, but what I'm saying
he's bigger than Ronald McDonald.
What I'm saying is you can have Ron to come to Preserve East Lake.
Okay, he's bigger than Ronald McDonald. I'm trying to get on that level. Cause they see him before they see Ronald McDonald.
The level you on, man. Yeah, at least. You own. I ain't gonna lie.
Thank you.
Own.
Thank you for having me on, y'all.
I really appreciate it.
I really appreciate it.
So all right, we got some more people lined up, so we looking for those likes and shares. I really appreciate y'all.
Thank you. Bing. And you didn't even